So we're now at an open house, and if you have been following COVID for the last year, you've realized that the Toronto Real Estate Board and of course the Ontario Real Estate Association has forbid realtors from doing real people to people, face-to-face open houses. So we're actually doing it virtually now. So welcome to our virtual open house. I'd like to welcome you to one of our new listings located in the Toronto area. And if you haven't been to an open house in a while, I hope that you'll be entertained. What I'd like to do is introduce you to a property that we've just listed at 219 Maria, or Maria, depending on where you're from and how you like to say it. Me, I'm kind of a Value Village guy or a Value Village. But let's have a look at where we are. So the Google map right now tells us we are right down by the Runnymede Park, George Bell Arena, and we're actually going to get a little bit closer as I highlight where we're headed towards the Junction, if you're familiar with that. If you're not, you're in for a treat, because I have a video coming up of what the Junction looks like today. It will actually move quite quickly as I kind of get to the next slide in this case, hopefully within the 22 seconds that it allows me to do. There we are, not to disappoint. Here it is. This is the Junction today. Live, vibrant, it's full of culture and coffee. Those two things are some of my actual favorites. If you haven't been, the Junction has actually been formed because it used to be 4 different rail yards that existed at this point. Today, as you see behind me, you're looking at a community that is walkable, it is shoppable, it is cafe, beers or craft beers at gastro pubs, right out the front steps of a doorway. If where you live is as important as what you live in, you won't want to miss the urban center of the historic Junction. Started in the 1800s, and now, of course, in the 2021s, here we are. And what does this mean to you? Well, it means that once you're safely home with the kids and doing your thing, right, and you want a little bit of something cultural, something fun for the children to do, right, all we need to do is strap on our shoes or sandals and make our way downtown. And actually, we don't even have to take transit. It actually will move us right to our front door. What better way than with our wagon and stroller to get to a walkable downtown core? This is one of the reasons that folks have enjoyed living in the annexed areas of the Toronto area. Well, let's welcome you to 219 Maria Street, and I'd like to introduce you to a home that's listed at $1.4 million. We've got about $4,300 worth of tax that's on this property, and this is a property that's got a 60 by 120 lot. So if you were looking for space, if you were looking for backyard, a place to call your own and raise the kids, look no further than 219 Maria Street. As you can see, we have a backyard set up at this point in time. That depth from where I'm standing to where that garden shed is in the back, that's actually 100 feet. So what's beside it? A couple of things. As you can see, our cars parked there. That means that we actually have parking on site on our own parking pad, gated at the back to laneway parking. So if you're concerned about your vehicle, you don't need to be. Looking for some more privacy? Do you see the planter boxes there? Fully landscaped for the summer months ahead. Speaking of the summer months ahead, if you like to entertain outside, like to sit, read a book, have a cup of tea, have a cold beverage, this is the place to do it. Lots of room for the kids for a sandbox, an activity center, right? Or just to run through the sprinkler the way that you might once have done. What's inside? Actually, I'm going to take you through the various rooms. So what you'll see listed up here, where it's on this side, right? I actually have over my shoulder the metric and imperial measurements of what each size room looks like, and including up to 3 different features that are included in each of the rooms. As you can see in our dining room with this beautiful mural that is actually staying, that's on the wall. Up to you whether you choose to keep it or not, but I think it looks awesome. That particular table pulls out so that you could actually sit 8 people around that dining room table, which is the pathway into our new renovated kitchen. This kitchen was also renovated in 2014, and what we have is the floor plans of what's available, the permitting, etc. Yes, it was all done to code. All the concerns you have been looked after already. So as we move through this situation, you get to see we have stainless steel appliances that are in here, both the gas stove and the double door with freezer bottom of the appliances stay, as well as the microwave that's above. Great thing about this, access to our own eat-in kitchen area that you'll see coming up next. So we got to get the kids Fruit Loops and their Cheerios in the morning. This is the place to serve them. I get it, glass table, that's going to work at this point in time. Might not necessarily mean that you have to kind of pick up those Fruit Loops. Where does that lead? That barn door behind that you see here closes off another entrance level into the laundry room. Again, stainless steel front loading appliances at this point in time included in our sale. Make sure that you ask for them. What better way to do this is right off of this laundry room slash mudroom. Yes, there's an egress, a back door, so that allows you to come in and out of the backyard while you're serving drinks, while you're coming from, parking the car or working in the shed that you saw in the back. This way, it allows you to always keep an eye on the kids, whether it's winter, where they're playing and building snowman, or they're moving forward from, their Mr. Turtle pool, and we're still trying to keep the sand and the snow away from the main part of the house. Speaking of that, our master bedroom is here, our converted 3 to 2 bedroom situation, large master bedroom, and you'll see with the improvements, lots of windows and light, perfect for, what you're looking for in a home like this downtown. Need a little bit of closet space? Oh, you're in luck. We have hers and hers. I mean his and hers, right? Most closets are about 24 inches deep. What you're actually seeing here is that these are probably 5-foot cupboards both sides. That's 10 feet of closet space for the two of you. If you have children, of course, why not have a kid's room? This one is actually, again, a good size room. Need more than one bed? Awesome, perfect room for bunk beds and your growing family. This is a room that absolutely gives kids lots of fun, lots of joy, place to dream. And here we are. Now, back into the family room area, the lowered basement, our ceiling height in this particular case is, 6.5 feet. It means that even the tallest person can walk through and enjoy. Need a workspace to kind of work from home from, or just the family room to relax? Look no further than this particular basement. Here's our conversation center, right? As you can see, still a light for both safety and light. Above or below that, I should say, is the electric fireplace. A nice element to finish this particular room as you're watching television or a movie with the family. Continuing into the basement area, a kind of a workshop situation downstairs, or at least a craft center if you and the kids are getting to it, right? Oh yes, I see that retro fridge. I don't know if the seller is prepared to part with that just yet. But over to the side, you'll also see that it has room for a freezer as well. What home would be complete without the utility room or the operations center here, where the HVAC, that would be the furnace, all of the other components of plumbing and electrical are housed as well, just for your review. And of course, storage. What would a home be without storage? Hey, interested in a virtual tour? I've actually walked you through and might have been a little bit slow for you, but why don't we let you have the pros show you what they like about this particular house in a virtual tour. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick back and let you enjoy the tour, and I will return and I'll wrap up as soon as we kind of get finished our virtual tour. Are you ready? Here it comes. And I'm back. So how was that? Quite the tour, isn't it? You want a copy of a feature sheet that we have prepared for you? Get your camera phone out and just lens over. In a couple of seconds, a QR code will pop up, and all you need to do is take your phone, open the camera, and lens over. I have to get out of your way. The QR code, and it will open the app to the feature sheet on this home. I hope you enjoyed our virtual open house, and we'll be back. Please keep watching this channel for more from not only Ron James, but also the Sidorova Inwood team.